Hey guys, uh, the snake is still doing their wicked deeds, still attacking me. He woke me up from sleep, attacking my nostril, very bad. So, okay, yeah. Have you guys seen the movie Predator and about this alien species and Earth who came in from somewhere else, right? And they're very good at hunting. They like to hunt. They like, this, the act of hunting. They don't like to, eat a dead, a dead animal. They like to hunt for it, And that day is coming very close. So, who are these species who like to hunt? Why do they have all this high-tech technologies, and why do they have dreadlocks? They're showing you how they look all this ugly and stuff. They don't look like that. They look like humans. You understand? They don't look like what you showed you in a movie. But one thing they got right, they're very good at hunting. Very good at hunting down enemies. So, yeah, that was going on, guys. They know what's coming. All of these people are going to be hunted. Because for the BS they keep doing. I'm waiting. I'm anticipating, to go hunting. Because they started it, they started this BS. Okay? Anyhow, maybe why we've been targeted, because we know we are the hunters. We are the hunters of God. So, yeah. So, yeah, watch a movie Predator. It's showing you all these high-tech technologies and, how good at hunting, Yeah. And, yeah. So it's like judgment is gonna come. You know what? This is part of the prophecies. They said, we're gonna be lifted up to heaven, and we're gonna be put back afterward. Will be a time like a waiting time. Then we're gonna be put back on nations that who were supposed to deal with. That's what it says. So honestly, I want to remember, all of this happened to me now, in my working life. I want to remember going to heaven and coming back, if I'm chosen, to remember everything that happened. I would be extra motivated. To work extra hard for God, Yeah, that was going to happen, guys. I don't want to forget. Forgetting is, is not going to be, being given a new heart. So I'm not going to be like emotionally, attached to any feelings. I'm not going to be like, if somebody cry about it, I'm not going to be saying, oh, give that person a break. No, I don't want that anymore. Yeah. A new heart, new identity, new divine powers. At least I'm not going to be abusive like these people. because they they run the governments and they control the governments. Their abuse of power. I'm not power tripping. I am not power tripping, guys. It doesn't mean like if I have power. You know what? It doesn't mean if you're capable of doing something, you have to do everything. You understand? No, it doesn't mean that way, you know? But I know that for sure. Humanity will be freed. Humanity will be freed, you know? Justice will reign. It's not up to them. It's the maker of the universe, the infinite, okay? The Almighty. Is up to God, right? So I don't care what they want. That's why they were working extra hard to give me stuff, you know? When you don't take what they're offering you, you become a problem, you know? Yeah. Give it to a slave. Whatever you want to give me, give it to a slave. People working for you. But no, that's not gonna work. You want me, right? Well, you can't have me, you know? You can't. Not in this lifetime, you know? Because you go in life creating a lot of trauma for people and you expect to be given a second chance, you know? All of a sudden, everybody want to talk, you know? Also, all these wars you have waged on Islam, you know, Islam is the true religion, is the true religion, right? Have your Indians, Buddha worshipping people help you because they're gods, right? They can walk on water. They can, you know, manifest things. You know, man, for God's sake, they worship rats and cows and animals and statues. You know, have that statue you're worshiping help you. Okay? Have that statue you're worshiping help you. You know, have that statue, you know, make a planet appear, you know, create a new species, you know. So I bet he can't, whatever he is. Anyhow, these people are, you know what I'm guilty of? I mean, telling you stories. I'm gonna tell you the story is gonna be negative. I've been telling you stories that actually happened to me about in the great details. You know what I'm guilty of? I insulted their gods. You know, I insulted their Baal, Zeus. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because I said to them, he's not God. Why are you worshiping this dude? You know, he's humanity's number one enemy. The devil himself, you know. No, it's not, you know, the devil and Satan are not the same. But anyhow, the wicked one, let's say that. Okay? The wrongdoer. Yeah. The one who likes to destroy things. Anyhow, he when I said that, they got mad, man. They got really mad. And they got mad at me and decided to torment me, you know? But if somebody verbally insult your God, who's false anyway, would they receive what you have given me? No. Because they have all this money, they can make things happen. You know, they poop on people for money. They poop on you for money, you know. So what's you know, what kind of BS is this, you know? Anyhow, So that's why, yeah, that's I said it. I was mad because things are happening to me, and I said to them, "He's not to be worshipped. You're worshiping a false idol, and stuff." And at that point, I did not know they were Satan's kids. I did not know he's their forefather. I didn't know that. So yeah, so they went after me, attacked me left and right. But then, what my mother do to you, my aunt, my father, my family do to you personally? I said what I said, right? I said I didn't kill anybody. I didn't hurt anyone. I said to you, do not worship him. I said to you guys not to worship him, and you got mad at me. And I'll tell you how these people are mad. Because when I was in Australia, I had this guy come up to me from out of nowhere. And he came at me out of nowhere. And he told me, oh, it's not cool to be dissing and, it's not cool to be dissing other people. It's not cool to be dissing other people, religions, other people's religions. That was maybe a month or 2 months later, after I said that, because I was going to Australia to go to school. And I was going to Australia to go to school. So I didn't know anybody in Australia. For an Australian to walk up to me and to tell me that. To tell me like, oh, it's not cool to disrespect other people's religion. Yeah. I'm trying to save you. I want to save you from, imminent death, from judgments. I'm trying to save you, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say it because I'm trying to save him. I was annoyed more than anything. Maybe it wasn't the right motive, but I was on point, So anyhow, this Australian guy walked up to me and told me this. At this point, I didn't even know anybody in Australia. How could you walk up to somebody you don't even know? I came here from, Canada, and came from Canada, and I did not know anybody in Australia. For somebody just out of the blue walk up to you, and they know you because they know. Yeah, go to that person who look like this, dressed like this. That's what they do, and say this to him. So oh my God. And then it dawned on me, like, all this torment and attack because I insulted your false religion. Baal is not God. Baal or Zeus or Jupiter is not God. You know what I'm saying? He was created. He was the first son. They call him the first son, the wicked one. Anyhow, so he's not really God. People need to stop respecting him as a God. He's not God. Stop people to worship him, giving your energy. Give your energy to the true God, the maker of the universe. Do not give it to a false God who want to imitate to being God. And no other God but me. Yeah. So why can't you go and create another race that not exist? Do not come and hijack somebody else's creation. Yeah. So I'm guilty of that, guys. This is my story. This is what happened. Yeah, I insulted them. But I did not know the elites or the grandchildren of Satan, synagogue of Satan. I did not know that back then. I knew it was wrong to worship him. But I didn't think Satan had kids, Obviously did. Anyhow, Yeah. Anyhow, because all these minions ruling the world, they came from where? Where do you think they came from? They came from Jupiter. They came into Earth, and he put them here to create a mess for us, to create mockery, deceptions, hate, segregation. Who you think created segregation and slavery and wars? Who you think? Just go back in history. Always been them. You know what I'm saying? Always been them. You know what I'm saying? Find me one nation that fought, then they had no, you can probably count them in one hand. These people always been, excuse my French, a shit disturber. That's exactly what they are. Excuse my French, guys. Yeah. So that's a negative thing about me, I said about them. Not knowing the relation, this is their forefather, this is their grandfather. I did not know that, I did not know that they're from Jupiter, these people, who are running the show in Earth, but they're receiving orders from Jupiter. They're receiving orders from Jupiter, Zeus, Satan, the same. So they're receiving order from him to run the show here, to create chaos. He's a mess. This person, Jupiter, Zeus, Iblis, Satan, he's nothing but a pain of humanity existence. Okay? Here I said it. Now what?